so with care, and vertically, it should not be hazardous. When the weather is kind, we roll up the fabric windows to increase ventilation. It's very tempting to dangle an arm out of the window. Please do not do this, because on the canal we come very close to other boats, moorings and bridges, and we would not wish you to come to any harm. This notice is available at various points throughout the boat. Please make sure you take time to understand it. Today we will be cruising in and around parts of Birmingham's canals which people cannot access by car or even on foot. Brummies tell us that they didn't realise there was so much to see on Birmingham's canals. And yes, we do have more miles of canal than Venice. We were 8 miles longer at the last count. During this trip, I'll try to explain a little more about what you can see and why it came to be there. And if insisted in the Act of Parliament provision for a physical barrier to prevent the Worcester and Birmingham Canal benefiting from their market. The Worcester Bar still exists today, a 7-foot wide straight barrier 84 yards long with those white railings. Cargoes had to be laboriously manhandled between boats on either side. We're now entering a very narrow section of the canal, which was the old Bar Long. Passing through the Granville Street Bridge, we are immediately surrounded by greenery, which increases considerably as our trip goes out to Edgbaston. On the left, the student accommodation stands where beer at home was made at Davenport's Brewery until the 1980s. Next door is the old Queen's Hospital, which became the Birmingham Accident Hospital. The Aki, as it was affectionately known to Brummies, was opened in 1941 on the site fronting onto Bath Row. It's widely considered to have been the first trauma centre in the world, and it finally closed its doors in 1993. There is little evidence left of the old Aki Hospital, unless you know where to look. The wall on the left, alongside the canal, was part of the hospital. And if you look closely, you can actually see the bricked up windows and the window sills left in situ. Traumas went on behind those windows in Birmingham's very own Emergency Ward 10. If you remember that, it gives you away your age. By the way, did all we Brummies know that Birmingham means home, Ham? Of the people, probably of the tribal leader Burm or Burma.
You saw that conversation, she's just so...
And the next set of steps marks the end of the line and the buffer stops. The Midland Railway preferred to use New Street instead of an alternative proposed terminus in Paradise Walk, which I pointed out as we went through Gas Street Basin. I perhaps ought to explain that the railways were built over many decades, but what we have now are bits and pieces from different stages. This line was built by the Canal company as a meandering single-track line to try to boost its falling. Today, Salvage Turn has been overtaken by a Thai restaurant and an exclusive development of more city living. This place sorted rubbish which was then horse-drawn down the canal, passing the Bournemouth chocolate factory to the dump at Lifford, which still today is a recycling centre. We're nearly back to where we started, but there's still lots to see. After the corner on the left side, don't miss the bricks and turrets of a mini modern miracle, the Canal Aqueduct over Holiday Street, now home to the new Registrar's Office. Putting water on a bridge was a Roman idea. This didn't seem strange. The Midland Railway Company had the canal diverted from a gradual curve to the sharp bend we see today, involving this aqueduct. Finally, as we turn around, you can see the Malthouse Pub, named for obvious reasons, and the Sea Life Centre that brings so much fun for visiting families. Yet again, Birmingham makes the record books. It's the largest aquarium in the country. The island where we're turning is another reminder of green times. Like the red doors on the bridges, this point here was a fortunate piece of canal engineering which protected the city during the bombing raids of World War II. This is Old Term Junction, and a rounded section of the corner used to jut into the canal. Set into this were slots with a corresponding slot on the opposite edge of the canal, which could be used to create a temporary dam by placing wooden shutters into them. Had a bomb hit this area, it would have damaged the main West Coast Railway tunnel below. Without the protection of a dam, millions of gallons of water would have flooded New Street Station. The impact of a tidal wave down there is too awful to consider. The rounded corner was removed post-war, but for boating people, it's commemorated by this otherwise totally unnecessary island here in the heart of the city. So, as we near journey's end, please do remain seated until the boat is safely tied up at the boarding point. For your safety and comfort, do not attempt to use the emergency exit unless there is a real emergency. Finally, on behalf of Away to Canal and the staff, thank you for choosing to join us on our Country and the City cruise today. Have a good day.